option.
I don't have any money, so I don't, yeah, my life's in your hands, Your Honor.
It's not in my hands. It's in your hands because I don't make the choices and I don't have the conduct you do. You're the one who understands what the law.
A Wisconsin courtroom, June 2025. A man named Lee Morates stands before a judge without a lawyer. The judge reads from a complaint. On June 13th, 2025, Morates allegedly violated a domestic abuse injunction.
We will go on the record in the matter 25 CM 113, 25 CM 185, State of Wisconsin versus Lee Morates. The state appears through Assistant District Attorney Jose Vila in person. We have Mr. Morates in person without counsel. We're set today in these matters for an initial appearance in the 185 case and a status in the other. Mr. Morates, did you receive a copy of that new complaint? And that's what it looks like in your hand.
Yes.
Did you read it?
I didn't read the whole thing.
But do you understand that charge and that maximum penalty?
The injunction required zero contact with a woman referred to in court records only by her initials.
It's alleging that on or around June 13th, 2025, you knowingly, you did so understandingly, that you violated an injunction, which is a restraining order, as people know it in lay terms. An injunction where you're not supposed to have any contact at all in any way, shape, or form at all with an individual in 24 CM 120. So they're alleging on June 13th, 2025, you violated that, you broke the law, you had contact. Don't say a word. You could, upon conviction, you could be fined not more than $10,000 and have incarceration of not more than 9 months in jail. So that's that maximum penalty associated with the charge and what the state would have to prove. Okay, and it's alleging that
zero contact meant no phone calls, no texts, no messages through other people, nothing. The charge carries up to 9 months in jail and a $10,000 fine. Morates says he does not understand the charge. The judge tells him she will explain it. She does, clearly and slowly. Morates says he still does not understand how any of this works.
I spoke to Jose and he didn't help me at all. I had a lot.
not supposed to. He's state. He's on the opposite side.
Oh, I see. I don't know how this works.
Okay.
I have no idea how this works.
He's the attorney that prosecutes you that he's wanting to protect the public interest and the allegations in both of these complaints because they're very similar. So he's not the guy who can help you.
Oh,
if you're looking,
I don't understand how any of this works.
The judge asks if he has an attorney. He does not. She asks if he has spoken to the public defender's office. He has. A woman there told him he did not qualify.
I talked to a woman the last time I was here.
Okay.
I don't
Apparently
qualify.
We don't need him.
I don't
Apparently
qualify
he doesn't
at all.
qualify. So, but thank you, Ms. Bauer. Okay, so you don't qualify.
Well,
okay.
She told me I can only make like $200 a month, and
No, it's not. It's not that. It's not $200 a month. It's like you probably own property. If you own property,
yeah, I do.
Then that's what
I
what cut you
quite
off.
a bit of property.
So what you would probably like to do is retain your own attorney or apply for a court-appointed attorney, but that's still at your cost and you'll still need to have money down. But if that's the route you wish to go, then you need to go outside and get that application when we're done here.
The judge explains that the disqualification likely came not from his income, but from the property he owns. Morates confirms he owns property. The judge tells him he can apply for a court-appointed attorney at a reduced rate of $100 per hour, with $350 due at the start. Morates says he has no money. The prosecutor,
your cost, it's $100 an hour, but that's far less than the other attorneys. You can pay $300 or $400 an hour for a private attorney. You can go that route too. That's totally up to you. But otherwise, it's a reduced rate at $100 an hour. Having these cases, you would need to pay $350 down.
I don't have any money, Your Honor.
Okay, so at this time, you're representing yourself, and that's fine, and you can do that. Not guilty plea is going to be entered on your behalf on this charge, as well as the last charge.
Assistant District Attorney Jose Vila tells the court he cannot present a plea offer yet. There are more referrals coming, more cases, more alleged violations of the same injunction.
Offer that can be presented.
Your Honor, at this time, I cannot present an offer. We have further cases that are coming down the pipeline, so I'm going to do a global.
Okay, so there's more referrals of the same-ish thing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you can understand, Mr. Moritz, that from what Mr. Vila is saying is that there are more allegations of you doing the very same thing And it looks like more charges, more cases are coming down the pike. Okay?
The judge tells Morates directly that additional charges are likely on their way.
You need to not have any contact, not only because it's criminally hurtful, but because you have a domestic abuse injunction, zero contact with BR, zero contact, no texting, no talking, no swearing, no pushing, no third party contact unless it's through an attorney.
Can I talk to you?
Morates begins to explain why he kept contacting the woman. She handled his taxes. She managed his business documents. He needs paperwork from her, and she will not give it to him. The judge stops him. She warns him that the prosecutor is sitting 3 feet away and that anything Morates says in open court can be used against him at trial. Morates pauses.
But I need to talk to her because she did all my business work, all my taxes, and I need some documents from her to get,
Can't.
but I need that, and she will not give me, that's why I keep,
I would stop. I would stop right now because the
I just
law
don't
says-
understand what's happening. I don't. I didn't abuse anybody. I've never abused
Here's the
anybody
thing,
in my
but
life.
there is a domestic abuse injunction.
That's it's false allegation.
Then he keeps talking. He says he never abused anyone. He says the domestic abuse injunction rests on false allegations. He says she took $25,000 from him and left. The judge does not engage any of it. She tells him the injunction is in effect regardless of whether the underlying allegations are true. She tells him she is not going to look at the facts of the original case. She is not the judge for that. What she knows is what the injunction says, and the injunction says no contact at all.
There is in effect a domestic abuse injunction that says absolutely zero contact, none whatsoever. No text messages, no calls, no thinking hypothetically or not hypothetically, thinking towards her, no talking to people, not trying to do anything that has any contact with BR at all. Not at all. And if you need contact, you want to know, it says in the injunction, I can tell you right this because it says in the injunction, you can have zero third party contact unless it's through an attorney. So that's your option.
The only legal path to getting those documents, the judge explains, is through an attorney. Hire a lawyer. Have the lawyer send one letter.
I don't have any money, Your Honor. I don't. She took $25,000 from me and split.
I don't know what else to tell you.
I don't have any money, so I don't want to go to jail. I don't know what to do.
I would stop having contact with BR.
But I need some paperwork from her.
And I told you how to
need
do it. I told you how.
I
to
can't
do it.
afford an attorney, Your Honor. I'm at your mercy.
There's no mercy here. I cannot be merciful. I have nothing that I can do right here at this time. An injunction says zero contact, any way, shape, or form.
That is the only contact the injunction permits. Morates says he called one attorney. The retainer was $1,500. He cannot afford it. The judge asks how many attorneys he called.
$1,500 retainer.
Well, how many attorneys did you talk to?
Benson.
Oh, one. There's multiple other attorneys to talk to that don't charge $1,500 retainer just to send a letter to try and get business documents. There's more than one attorney in the world. Okay?
He says one. She tells him there is more than one attorney in the world. She tells him there were 4 defense attorneys sitting in her courtroom that morning, alone. The prosecutor reminds the court that bond conditions also need to be set. The judge sets a $500 signature bond.
The court is going to do $500 signature bond. Okay, $500 signature bond. Absolutely no contact with BR or residents.
I have a question.
Yes.
What does a signature bond mean?
A signature bond means you're going to sign the bond. You're going to understand the conditions. You come to court, you follow the law, you don't break any of the conditions. And then if you do great and you don't violate any of those things, then you're fine. You're just signing by your signature. You're saying, I'm agreeing to abide by this. If you violate, not only can the court convert that to cash, well, they have to pay $500 bail, but the state has the ability to charge you for what's called bail jumping.
Morates asks what a signature bond is.
Okay, you're
So-
charged with misdemeanor. So if you
So
violate
I
any
sign this
condition,
bond, and if I don't communicate at all, I don't have to pay money? I don't understand.
correct. You don't violate the bond.
So
So you,
what, do I sign that today?
yes, you'll come up here and sign it right here today.
Okay,
I strongly encourage you to either find an attorney and retain that attorney, or to apply for that court-appointed attorney. Okay, and you'll fill out the.
The judge explains that he signs his name and promises to appear in court and follow the law.
Here's the thing. Again, the only reason why I
don't
know
want-
this,
I
the
don't- I-
only reason why I know this is because you brought your sister with you at the last hearing, that your sister's a law enforcement officer. You know somebody to talk to who knows the law. She knows the law. She knows the law. She's an officer of over 20 some years, maybe 30. She's an officer.
30 years.
So talk to your sister. And again, I only know that from the last hearing you were here. So you can't be trying.
She tells him to call his sister and ask her one simple question. Does a domestic abuse injunction mean I cannot contact the protected party? His sister will tell him yes.
Hey, sister, I have a domestic abuse injunction against me with BR.
But
Does
that's-
that mean I can't contact
The
her?
thing is, it's false allegations. That's not justice.
Okay.
It's all false allegations.
Okay, again,
Morates says his sister is a police officer, not a lawyer. The judge says a 30-year law enforcement veteran can answer that specific question without a law degree. Then Morates says he texts her a couple of times and does not understand why that is a problem.
cases, 2 more
I-
referrals.
I text a couple times.
An injunction means no contact, none.
I understand. What if she contacts me though, and I'm not allowed to
Ignore
contact?
it.
Can you make sure there's no contact on the bond?
The judge tells him an injunction means no contact. He says he understands. Then he asks what happens if the woman contacts him first. The judge tells him to ignore it. Do not reply. Do not engage. Block the number if necessary.
If she contacts you, you do not even respond. I can't talk to you, because that's violating. Sounds like it's, kind of lopsided. Why can she contact you and you can't contact her?
That's what I don't
Because
understand.
it's the law.
See, I don't understand the law. I'm not a judge.
Morates says that seems lopsided. The judge says it is the law. He says he just wants to go home. The judge tells him he does not want to go home. She tells him he wants to keep arguing. She has given him his options.
Again, I just want to go home.
Correct. No, you don't want to just go home. You want to continue to argue and to argue and to argue and to argue and to argue. So stop, because I'm not going to do this again. You're getting your one time right now to have your voice be heard, and that's it.
Thank you for letting me be heard.
And I understand you have these issues, but I can't tell you what to do. Only an attorney can tell you what to do and how to go about it. I've given you your options.
She lists them again. Apply for the court, appointed attorney, call around to other private attorneys, speak to his sister. She tells him the next hearing is December 10th, and that by then there will likely be more charges waiting. At the close of the hearing, Morates thanks the judge for letting him be heard. She tells him it is her job. The case is State of Wisconsin versus Lee Morates, and it contains 2 parallel stories that do not resolve neatly into each other.
It's not a waste of time. It's my job.
In one story, a man caught in a deteriorating personal and financial situation is trying to recover business documents he believes are rightfully his, does not understand the legal machinery surrounding him, and keeps making it worse with every step. In the other story, a court has issued an order protecting a specific person from contact, and that order has been violated multiple times, with more alleged violations still being processed. Both stories are true at the same time. What the transcript does not resolve is whether the original injunction was correctly granted. Morates says it was not. He may be right or he may be wrong. The legal system has a process for challenging an injunction, and it is not violating the injunction repeatedly until a different judge notices. The process requires an attorney, a filing, a hearing, and evidence. None of those things are free or fast. For a man who owns property but has no liquid income and no steady work, that process is technically available and practically distant. The judge is patient with him for 16 minutes. She explains the same thing 6 different ways. She finds a path he has not tried. She tells him he is the one making choices and she is not the one who can undo them. At one point, Morates says his life is in her hands. She tells him it is not. It is in his. That exchange is the center of the case, not the charges, not the injunction, not the documents. The question of where legal accountability actually lands when a person is too entangled to see his own options clearly, and when the institution built to adjudicate that entanglement moves on to the next docket regardless of whether the person in front of it walks out understanding anything at all. The next hearing is in December. The prosecutor expects more charges by then,